If you're like most, you do a pretty good job about addressing the core on the ground, doing your dead bugs, your planks, side planks, different movements, but more ground-based core exercises. At some point, we need to stand upright to learn how to address the core in positions that we incorporate on a daily basis. This is especially true for running and endurance athletes. How do we address the core to use that strength and stability we created on the ground to then learn how to harness that in an upright position where we're teaching that spine to stay stable with good posture and control, that we're not losing position. So then when we go out and run, whether it's on the road or the trail, or walking up and down stairs, stepping off curbs, that we can then use that strength and stability in everyday positions that carry over for more long-term success. So today I'm going to run you through 4 different upright walking core exercises that I want you to start incorporating within your daily routine. The first upright core exercise is called farmer's walks. Very simple exercise, as you'll see with all these exercises in this progression. All we're doing is grabbing a pair of heavy dumbbells, heavy kettlebells, something heavy and challenging that you can hold in each hand, that we're going to try to stay nice and upright, good posture, nice level shoulders, shoulders back, and then nice rigid core. So we're trying to engage through the midsection here, and all we're going to do is walk with that weight. Control the spine, walk for 10, 20, 30, 40 yards down and back to work on that strength and stability through the core. So here, again, always making sure when you pick up the weights off the ground, back is nice and tall, not rounding to pick up the weights. Again, tall position, shoulders back, engaging through the core. And then from there, we're just going to prevent any sway side to side through the spine. Walk a certain distance, and then same thing, we're walking back. Again, very simple exercise if you think about it, and actually easier to perform than getting in certain positions on the ground. That really works on making sure we're in a nice tall position, engaging, controlling rib cage, controlling pelvis, and staying in good alignment. So that's the first exercise of this series. The next exercise is called the suitcase carry, or the single arm farmer's walk. Obviously, just like in the name, all we're doing is holding a single dumbbell, because if you think of what happens if we have a heavy weight here, in this name obviously suitcase, we're holding a suitcase in our hand. That tendency for that weight or that suitcase to pull us down to the side is very common. So what we need to do is, you think of this side right here, so I'm holding the weight in my right hand, my left side core, the position between my pelvis and my rib cage starts to lengthen. So we want to really use those muscles to contract and shorten that position, because that's going to keep us up in that upright position. So everything we worked on with the farmer's walks, we want to continue to focus on upright position, good posture, shoulders back, nice level movement or in line, and no sway from side to side. So just to see that here, holding the weight in one hand, tall position, it has to be heavy enough to cause that pull down to the side. See a lot of people going too light on this exercise, so make sure, grab a challenging dumbbell, even a little heavier than you think you can do, because I have faith that you probably could do this just seeing what I see on a daily basis. Okay, nice tall, using that left side core. I'm already feeling contracting here because that weight's trying to pull me down. I'm trying to shorten this distance, and then from there, walking in a straight line, okay, whatever distance, 10, 20, 30 yards, switching hands, coming back. So these muscles right here that we're working in that suitcase carry is actually the same muscles that we're working on within the side plank. That's why I like these upright core exercises so much, is because what we learn to activate and strengthen on the ground, we can then take to an upright position and learn how do we use these same muscles during everyday movements. And usually that's walking, that's running, that's up and down stairs, that's those regular daily movements that we need that strength and stability to carry over to allow us to really prevent injury and see better results from a performance standpoint. The next exercise in this sequence is actually adding a marching motion into the series. So we worked on the suitcase carry last. We're still going to incorporate that single arm hold, again, trying to prevent the body from falling down to that weighted side. But now as we step, instead of just walking, we're going to go into a march. So we're using single leg stance, get a little more hip stability, and focus on balance here. This is one of my favorites, again, as I progress for a lot of the endurance athletes, because working on hip stability while maintaining integrity of the core is important. So doing that on both sides, again, walking doesn't have to be as long on this one. For distance, I usually go about 10 yards, but really try to load that weight up as heavy as you can, because you want to try to disrupt balance and stability to a certain degree, because that's where you're going to get your challenge of that weight pulling the body to the side that you really have to correct. The last exercise is actually the same exact exercise I showed you a second ago, but now I want you to take more time on one leg. So we're gonna slow it down. We're gonna work on 5-second holds in that single leg stance because we want some time for that hip and that core to work on stability. It's a lot more challenging from a balance standpoint as well. So as we come up here, we're stepping, knee is up, level with the hip. We're tall, shoulder blades back. We're trying to still feel that opposite core, but now obviously on this side, I'm working on my right leg stability and control, left side core, left leg stability and control. So we're alternating from side to side of what hip we're using, but we're always using that opposite side core that the dumbbell's in, and then same thing as we go the other way. So now challenging my right side core, right hip, a little shaky there, knees up, level with the hip, stepping, balancing, holding for 5 seconds. One key on that one in any of the single leg stance exercises is as you come up and drive that knee to chest, I actually want you to work on engaging this glute and this quad. So you can see here, I can hang out with my knee bent, usually a little shaky in that position. I want to actually try to straighten that leg as much as possible because there I feel like I'm using my quad and my glute to a greater degree, and that's what's helping provide stability around the knee and the hip. Okay, so there are 4 hopefully brand new core exercises for you to start incorporating within your program. If you've done a good job working at core on the ground, continue to work on those things, but start adding in some of these basics. Farmer's walk, suitcase carry with the marching, and then that slow, that isometric hold there, really trying to solidify the stability and the balance with the hips and the core working together. What you'll notice is better core strength and stability that carries over to those everyday movements, the walking, the running, going up and downstairs, playing with your kids. And again, doing exercises, regardless of the exercise, is good, but we want to make sure these things carry over to our everyday life because that's what's really helps us create more resiliency to help prevent injury and see better performance and results just overall. So thanks for watching this video. Guys, I hope you have a great day.